You know we have neighbors, right?
Do they know they have neighbors?
Mm.
Because they're acting like they don't.
Okay. Well,
With their bowling alley upstairs, getting strikes left and right.
yeah. Don't forget the freaking clogging and jump roping at like 9 p.m.
They're bowling, but in clogs. Is that what they're
Clog,
called?
clog, cloling. That's hard to
Yes, there
say.
it is. Uh-huh. That's exactly right.
Blogging.
Well, you
Hey.
know what? They're just gonna have to deal with it because today's a special day. Oh, it's un
Yay!
dia especial.
It's our 100th episode of Sho-Dependent!
Can you believe?
Yay! Put in like applause sounds and like fireworks.
You can picture us with our hands together, just yeah,
Hmm.
we did it. I want to be standing in the middle of the ring. I'm gonna reference something I'm sure you don't know, but there's a meme of Guile from Street Fighter.
Perfect.
It's like from the Street Fighter animated show or movie or something. But he's in the middle of a wrestling ring, and he's got his arms out, and people are just throwing trash and all that, and his face is just like, oh boy, what the hell? And that's kind of what it feels like.
I mean, it was funny because I re-listened to the
Because we
first
did it.
episode
Yeah.
and we've been doing this for 4 years.
To mild success.
To a simmer of applause. Just like a
Struggling our way to minor success. That's 2020.
Yep.
And there's no signs of stopping, baby.
I really hope not.
You know, we're here, we're doing it, episode 100. And we figured, hey, ain't no better way, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
poetic in its nature, at least to me it is.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do all of that, 100 episodes of this guy. Good Lord, I don't know how y'all did it.
I did it. I
But
do it every day.
I know, wow. Everyone's like, how does she do it?
I deserve an award.
Hmm. Your host with, I don't know if it's the most, but it's with something.
Oh, you're wearing fun glasses.
His name is Eddie.
Hi. He's wearing red
What up for
star-shaped glasses.
the 100th? What up?
Mm-hmm.
And with him, as always, the co-host with the co-most.
Accurate.
Her name is.
Kayla. Hi, everybody. Also, very funny. I don't know if you remember, but when we first started the podcast, we did not call ourselves by our actual names.
I members.
You remember?
We tried
And
to
then we
keep
said,
anonymity and be this and that. I don't know, being overly cautious for people who have like two people listen every week.
hey, it's a
So,
lot more than two now.
that's right, because we've got minor
Mild
success.
success.
There it is, baby.
I said
And,
mild, you said minor, so
well, I'm saying minor because that's my saying. It's on my Twitch.
nice.
And guess what? Someone who wasn't here in the first episode.
Aww.
Oh my goodness, sweet little baby buddy. He's right now searching for answers of how to get out of this room. But, man, oh man, the lead researcher, the head editor of the Sho-Dependent podcast.
Mm-hmm.
His name is
Buddy. Meow
Buddy,
meow.
Buddy Boy. Because he is Buddy, and he's a little Buddy Boy.
He is very sweet. He plays with his toys.
Ain't that right, Buddy? Now that introductions have concluded, we can finally sit down and, kind of mingle, grab a chair, get a little triangle sandwich,
Oh, that
little
sounds
bit, a
nice.
little bit of a copa,
A cup of tea?
little copa.
I don't have tea.
I think the Colons obviously, if they invited you over, they would put out all the accoutrement, and
Mm-hmm.
then they would not have a bite, and you'd be like, hmm,
Yeah, well, now I feel fat,
they
so thanks for
probably ate
that.
before. They're fancy.
No.
But what are we talking about? We're going back to the beginning. You already know, but gorgeous, why don't you let them know another go again?
Mm-hmm. Today we will be rediscussing oh wow, the 2008 film Twilight.
2008?
That was so long ago.
Oh my God, it's literally another life.
It was almost 20 years ago. Oh my God, it'll be 20 years in 3 years.
That was life before COVID. That was like this feels like 3 lifetimes ago that
It
this
kind
movie
of
came out.
was.
I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. But hey, we'll get to it on the meet cute one
Mm-hmm.
more time.
It's a meet cute, baby. It's how we met this thing.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
As previously mentioned 5 seconds ago, 2008? Are you
Yeah,
joking?
I know.
I was in high school.
Some of our listeners probably
Ge-
weren't even alive.
Getting ready to go. Buddy wasn't alive.
Oh, don't say that.
Buddy, you were just a dream.
Oh,
But man, I was what? Getting ready to go in it because I'm assuming this came out like fall, right? That's
I
the
think so.
assumption.
I can't remember.
Whatever, we don't need facts right now. It's all vibes anyways.
Retweet.
2025 is no facts, all vibes, Bubba.
And the vibes are atrocious.
Oh my Lord. The vibes could not be worse.
Every day they get worse
The
and
vibes
worse and
in
worse.
2008 were sick.
Oh my God.
I was having me a blast.
Was Barack Obama the president?
He just became.
Hell yeah.
That song, My President is Black, My Lambo's Blue was out, and I was like, damn, it's pretty fun to be American.
That was the last time it was fun.
And then it stopped being fun.
And then I was like,
Then I gained
anyway,
consciousness. Anyways,
back to
yeah,
the
2008,
yeah.
your boy, a young Eddie, was not even close to the Twilight game. Didn't even think about it. Maybe I considered it because maybe I was like, oh, girls like this. But no, I'm not gonna, I don't know.
No.
I was too busy. Uh,
Being a virgin,
2008, yeah, definitely doing that. Virgin stuff, virgin
so good.
studies, Virgin 101. I took
You were the
AP
professor.
virgin. Yeah, I was
AP
teaching the
virgin.
class. But
You were an adjunct professor
I was just out
of
here
virginism.
playing the games,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
hanging with them boys. No, not in
You gave it
2008.
up.
Yeah, it had been done.
It had
But
died.
yeah, I did not even like whiff a Twilight book. Never crossed my mind to read. Never crossed my mind to watch. I just wasn't interested. That was about the time when I was like into screamo and black metal and death metal and all that stuff, and we were just playing Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging, doing it big. So when I first met this, obviously to cut everything short and get on with it because this is gorgeous this time.
That's right, it is.
But didn't watch this at all until we met, until you
Mm-hmm.
said you gotta watch it. And I was like, all right, seems ridiculous. I heard about middle-aged women masturbating in the movie theaters. Let's see what
Uh,
happened.
uh,
Let's see what happened. And you know what? It's pretty fun.
it happened.
It's
Yeah.
it's firmly to me B movie status. It's
Oof.
firmly to me so bad it's good status.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time. We enjoy a bad movie. We enjoy
Mm-hmm.
a laugh, and Twilight provides.
Indeed. Um, wow. After this rewatch, I'm like reconsidering
Oh,
every part of my life.
oh, gorgeous. I
Because
mean, this is
I was watching this and I was like, oh my God, this is bad. This is really
like
bad.
why? Oh man, in the year 2025, it finally clicked for you.
Hey,
What?
this is my culture.
I know. I'm just
It was a
saying.
lot. It
I
was
mean, you've been on a
really,
journey though, gorgeous. This was you.
I know,
This
this
was
was
your
my
personality.
identity. I cut my hair to look like Alice. That's how deep it was, okay? And to this day, my hair still kind of looks like Alice's.
A little bit.
I was just a broken person.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
unmedicated. I was a horny teenager. Barely a teenager. I was 13.
Yeah.
I was a child. I was drinking that weird, super unhinged Mormon juice.
Oh
That Stephanie
no.
Meyer, that only Stephanie Meyer could provide.
Is that milk and soda put together? Oh my Lord. Oh my. That was you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That flipped my entire stomach.
Like
Because
a little
it
jump
would
noise.
curdle. Oh,
Oh, disgusting. And
I
women's are
think
like,
I
yeah, we
was gagging.
deserve this.
No, it's like, would you like a cup of milk with your dinner white? Like that was my exposure level of any kind of anything. And oh my gosh, this was my hyperfixation for so many years.
There you
It
go.
was like I want to say close to 5 years where it was just like all I was thinking about was Twilight. I was dreaming about Edward and
Damn.
like being in Forks and living that life.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
It was
I
real.
it was like the first time I'd gone to midnight premieres was
That's
during
sick.
this whole saga.
That's dope.
And my brain was so impressionable that when I went to those midnight premieres, I would just be like tossing and turning when I got home because I was just like processing the plot and my brain would not shut off. So the next day when I'd go to school, I was just like useless because all I could think about was the movie I just saw. That was the soundtrack of
You're
my
just
life.
staring out the window. When will I
And then
find
like
my
being
Edward?
obnoxious and talking in class and like getting in trouble. I wore the Alice Cullen choker to school on a regular basis.
Let's go.
I had all of the books in hardcover. I had a Twilight New Moon treasure chest that I stored my Twilight memorabilia in,
Yeah.
including pins, uh, obviously ticket stubs,
Let's go.
and like handmade bookmarks that I had drawn and like fake laminated with uh
Oh, the tape.
packing tape. Yep.
Let's go. You were in it.
I was
Gorgeous.
drinking
This was
all of the
you.
juice. I was eating all of it up. And I'm excited to kind of go through it again because, you know, I'm working in a Paramore pun. I got brand new eyes
Oh,
and
damn.
I'm ready to talk about it again.
When you're almost hitting 30,
I'm so close to 30. I can
this
like
is this is
feel it on my
when this is
abs.
when you start questioning, like, why did I? Why?
Why did I
What's
ever?
happening? What am I doing?
I didn't know back then, and I barely know now. let's let's get to know each other, huh?
There you go.
Getting to know each other. Bow.
I know what you are.
Say it. Out loud. Say it.
Vampire.
So for this go around, for this rewatch 100, there were a few, let's say three things that I mainly focused on here that just sort of jumped out to me. Number one, I'm gonna start it off with just critiquing vampires. We've seen the Nosferatu.
That was good. That was fun.
We've seen the Count Orlok.
There, that was good.
Little Robert Eggers trying to bring vampires back, and he critiqued Twilight. It was sort of like the point where vampires stopped being gross and disgusting and all that, and they got all sexy. And even though vampires have always been sexy, it's kind of,
Or tied to sex. Yeah.
yeah, but he's like, back in the day, the vampires were essentially zombies.
They were gross.
They were gross, they were decaying, disgusting. But on this
Same.
go around, what I kind of realized, because I was like, Stephanie Meyer, what the hell were you thinking?
She was horny,
It
okay?
was all that milk and soda down her gullet,
Ugh.
just like messing with her mind. I
Stop.
was just like, how is this what you thought like of as vampires? Like I'm gonna make them stone, I'm gonna make them shiny, I'm gonna make this and that, and then I was like,
I don't
they
know.
kind of just feel like gargoyles to me
Honestly, yeah, I think that's a
because they're
better
essentially
description.
just statues that come to life,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, that drink blood.
And I was just that's so what a weird I don't know.
I don't know. Also, the whole time, because like such a huge part of Twilight as a whole is just how fucking horny Bella is the entire time.
She
And I
down
was like,
bad.
honestly, girl, just get like a glass dildo. It's gonna be the same
It's gonna
experience.
feel the same. Oh man, yeah. Well, I don't know. For one,
Ugh.
also during the summer, just jumped out at me. Few different things jumped out at me on this rewatch because I didn't want to just tread the same ground we've already
No, we don't need to do
trodden.
that. Yeah.
It just jumped out to me. It's like she spends her summer in rainy ass Forks. That sucks.
Yeah, but she also is like, it's with her dad.
But she also like didn't even really seem to care about her dad.
No, and some would argue she doesn't
No, I
really.
mean I would yeah, after the
She
events of
doesn't really
everything that
like
happens here.
either of her parents very
It's just
much.
yeah, angsty teen, am I right?
I don't know. It's hard because like when I was watching the movie and like in my brain, obviously I did not reread. I don't need to reread it. But
Oh.
from my memory, I just remember Bella having a little bit more personality in the books, but
Mm,
in the films, she is just like the most generic white piece of paper that
yeah.
just like gets put. You could use a cardboard cutout and literally just have that with voice lines, and it would be the same experience.
Right. And I'm pretty
Uh,
sure that was what we talked about episode one was that she's essentially like the insert. She's
oh yeah, your name
essentially
here.
in video games, you think about one very recent one is Resident Evil 7, where you play as Ethan, but he has no dialogue and you don't even see his face. So
Yeah.
essentially it's just an insert of like, and it's funny enough, Stephanie Meyer, this was an insert of her.
Uh,
That she wanted
yeah.
to be deed down by some teen dudes.
Oh
But
God.
but
Is
it's
this
just
just the
like
episode where I gag?
you're just the blank slate because they're supposed to be the viewer, is I believe
Yeah,
what we were
essentially.
getting at.
Yeah, yeah,
But man, they could have given her more, and it seemed like Kristen Stewart maybe tried to give it more. I don't know,
yeah.
because we know that like Robert Pattinson wanted to give more and do all that, but then the studio was like, "Hey, if you try, we're gonna fire you, so you better
Mm-hmm.
stop trying." It's like, damn, all right.
Okay, you want me
Only
to
other
be
thing I got lined up
super.
was Cedric, and and he done.
He died. He died. Ugh.
But I don't know. A couple more things that just stood out to me from the beginning were my guy Taylor Lautner. That man ain't even Native American. That
Nope.
wig barely even laid.
Not even Wiggin.
No, I was like,
Bad.
for some reason, it looked wild to me on this watch. Before I
It's
was like,
so bad.
whatever, and then this watch, I was like, damn, they may as well have stapled that thing on his head.
It's really bad.
That thing's insane.
It's
Uh,
abhorrent.
also at the beginning when she meets the weirdo, like, and I get that, like, I mean, maybe I'm assuming part of what they want to do is like this is a small town, so they kind of like don't really know people. There's not. It's kind of like a small town where you go in and they're like, "Oh, you're not a regular. Who the hell are you?" Even though
Mm-hmm.
she's been coming regularly, right? Because she's been there in the summers.
Yeah.
But I hate at the beginning where she like does weird jokes, and then freaking Chameleon is like, "Oh, you're good." It's like, is she done?
Ew. She's
Is
not
she?
funny.
No, she's
Also,
not.
the line delivery, it doesn't even come off as
It
sarcastic. It
doesn't
comes
even
off
read
as
as a joke.
bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
There's
it's
no like
bad.
natural like I'm telling a joke.
It's hard because it's like I feel like if Kristen was just herself,
Yeah.
it would have been fine. But she was like so stuck in like I have to be as like
I have to be no one.
plain as possible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I
She
gotta
honestly
believe it's
probably
just
had the
because
hardest role
yeah, probably.
because she both has to be the subject of like everything, but
Uh-huh.
simultaneously nothing.
Uh-huh. And then my
Eh.
last point here I think I'll save for later about Billy Black, so
Oh boy. Oh, this time around, I don't think we ever talked about it in the first episode. And if we did, apologies. But
don't
the
apologize.
you were so confused why Edward has that reaction in bio class with the fan and
Oh,
everything.
this time around? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what did you think was going on?
With what?
Like why he reacted like that and like why he was being an asshole and like trying to switch classes and
Oh,
what was your thinking behind that? Because I guess you didn't ever put the connection together.
no, I guess it's just to me, and this is I guess a whole critique of whatever the hell she was doing and all that. But to me, it just, especially this time, I was just, what's the fucking? Because he apparently likes her, but yet
Yeah.
he's like, I can't. I can't do this, can't be around it. And I'm just like, then just leave, dude. Because at
Mm-hmm.
this point, you don't know her for shit. And yeah, maybe it's like the whole like, oh, I can't read her mind. That's mysterious, and he's whatever. But he's like 100 something years old. He should be wise beyond
112
his
or something.
years. He should just be like, this is weird. I don't need parts of this, and then just dip, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me was just like, "Oh, why do you care? I guess he's intrigued after 100 years. You're like, this has never happened, so I guess there's that thing. But he doesn't know her. In my
No.
mind, he could have just got to stepping, and he wouldn't have to deal with all this. Because I'm just like, why is he going through this?
If
You
I was
don't know
Edward,
this
I'd
girl.
probably just like fake my own death
Yeah, just
and then
you don't
hang
have
out
to
at
do
home.
this, dog.
No.
Yeah, you just hang
Be
out
like,
at
oh
home.
no, Edward like died.
Yeah,
He got in a car
or they're
accident
super
or
rich and just be like, oh, he transferred to fucking Romania or something. He had to
yep.
go hang out with Count Orlok, and then he's just hanging.
It's so
I just
bad.
don't see what's the problem. Why are you putting this trouble on your dog?
Cause he horny.
I guess,
He horny and
but
hungry.
I just didn't understand because he's just
He
because he's like,
horngry.
oh, I wanna. There you go. Because he's like, oh, I
No.
want to eat this girl, but it's like, what? Why? Because does he? I
Cause
guess
she smells
now
good.
I'm just. But don't other people smell good?
Own personal brand of heroin,
This is
baby.
stupid as hell. Like he's never had this feeling before, right?
Not like this.
That's what we're to assume. But
Yeah.
it's like, because isn't his whole thing like I'm a vegetarian, this or that, but then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I need to eat this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
I don't know either. And it also doesn't really make sense to me logically from like the whole shield aspect that Bella gets later in the
Beller.
film
Yeah.
and books. Because, like, you would think if she was a shield, she would be like repellent
Hmm.
to attracting vampires, but it's the opposite. She like lures them in because, and I don't know if you know this, Bella smells good to everybody.
That's stupid. What does she smell like?
I don't remember what Edward describes in Midnight Sun, but it's yucky.
Oh my
I
God, hold
don't
on.
like it.
Bud, get on the ones and twos.
The threes and fours will be for Mama. I know her hair is like strawberry shampoo, but they're specifically like talking about her like blood.
Uh-huh.
And I
What?
think it's like kind of sweet. I don't know.
Stupid.
Did you type in what does Bella
What?
Swan's blood smell like?
Yeah, Buddy did it. Apparently, the first thing that came up is there's essentially she just smells like blood, but like sweet blood. She's got the King's disease. She's got that
Oh, she
diabetes.
got the diabetes.
Or like a song. That's not even a good description.
What the fuck does
Say
that even
she
mean?
smells like some fucking Al Pastor or something. You know,
Oh, that sounds delicious,
she
actually.
smells like a little carnitas. He's just
She smells like
way.
a steak fresh off the barbacoa.
Edward has an appreciation for the Latin community. You
I don't know
know,
if he does.
I think he does. He likes
Is
Brazil.
he invited to the cookout? Yeah, he speaks
Yeah.
fucking Portuguese, which is the weirdest fucking
He,
language I've ever
he
heard.
loves the Latin community.
Okay, whatever you say.
Edward's down for
I don't
La
know if
Raza.
I don't know if he is, but okay.
I think you're not seeing the signs.
I am not.
That's Robert Pattinson you're talking
Maybe if
about.
Bella was Latina, I could see your
Dang,
perspective.
that'd be cool.
But that she would actually have
then
some
Stephanie Meyer would
kind of
definitely be
charisma.
like, she smells like salsa.
Oh my god! Salsa Roja Bella.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, kill me. Yeah, but no, Edward wants her dead. And that's why he struggles so fucking hard to tolerate her existence.
Don't make no sense.
Because
is it because he was hungry when she first showed up?
I think that's a contributing factor.
Okay.
But even after he like gets his hunger under control, he's still trying to pounce on her
Yeah.
and murder her.
It's weird. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's
It
gross,
doesn't
and
make
I don't
sense.
like it.
Is this Stephanie Meyer like trying to explain like that's what love feels like?
That's what horniness feels like. I don't know if that's what
I
love
guess.
feels like.
I guess.
Ugh.
She doesn't understand what is going on.
She really doesn't, and it becomes more and more prevalent throughout this entire movie
Uh-huh.
because it's just like, what's going on?
Let me tell you what everyone IRL would be saying. What's going on about is how weird this family would be IRL. I could not
I
get over it. It was
no.
one of my major points in this watch
Mhm.
through because they make a point at the beginning where Pitch Perfect is telling Bella
Give some respect to her.
what?
Say
I
her
don't know her
name.
name. I don't know it. What is it?
I mean, Jessica is her character's name.
Okay, well, okay.
Anna Kendrick.
There you go. Pitch Perfect. She's over here telling Bella, giving the classic, like, here's the rundown of the high school.
Ew.
You know your first day of high school. This is what everyone went through. And she, in short, says, yeah, that's the Cullens. They're a family. They're all fucking each other. Is this
When
not?
you say it like that, it sounds like everybody is fucking
Is this not?
everybody.
Well, Jesus, it may as well be. They've got a fucking
uh,
this guy, Carlisle, and his wife just got kids that are all banging each other.
they only adopted couples.
Is that not? Would people not be like,
Ugh. I would call
A,
CPS
they
and be
would
like,
run them out of town?
this is seeming like a predatory, like it's
'Cause
bordering on sex trafficking.
right, because people always make the like, oh, well, they're not actually related, but they're a family.
They're a family. That is edging into the territory of stepbrother, stepsister
Yeah, yeah.
content. And I'm like, I don't care
Little
about the
Game of Thrones
legality.
over here.
If you
Yeah.
share a house with somebody,
Because it's not like a life with Derek, like, oh, this is the are they actually? No, these are siblings who are like openly and
they all have the
outwardly
well, I guess
in
they don't.
relationships with each other.
They don't all have the same last name, but a
They
lot of them do.
don't?
No, Alice and Jasper have a do they have a different last name?
But
I
they
don't
just call
know.
them
I
the
can look it up.
Cullens.
Yeah, because they're all in like one household. But I'm pretty sure Alice does not have the same last name.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're like cousins. So maybe they're all right. But even then, it's
Ugh.
weird because what is it? The conservative one and then the meathead.
Description was so on the fucking nose.
Yeah, those two are just like they call them like brother and sister, but they're in a relationship together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? I don't understand. I just, I guess this is just something that was cool in 2008.
Ew. Yeah, I don't. It's really weird.
It's a baffling story that I think just doesn't, it's just, there's one too many things that
Oh.
don't make sense to me.
Okay, so okay, this is how I looked it up because I forgot like the lineage family tree relationships. So Jasper and Rosalie, Confederate soldier and bitch,
And
are
conservative.
brother and sister. And then the rest
Like
of
for
them,
real? No.
yeah,
They just
it's
call them
Rosalie and
brothers.
Jasper and Hale. No, they're not. None of them are actually related.
Okay.
But Rosalie and Jasper Hale are their last names.
Hale?
Yeah. So, and then Edward and Emmett are brothers,
That
supposedly.
makes sense. Those my guys.
Yeah. And yeah, that's really weird.
So then what's Alice?
I
She's
don't
just
know.
hanging?
Oh, she's a Cullen.
So
Yeah.
she's their sister.
Yeah, so Edward, Emmett, and Alice are Cullens, and then Jasper and Rosalie are Hales.
So that's how they make it all right. But they're essentially still like their cousins. They're essentially still openly. I mean, we're in a hick town, so it's all good.
Is
You're
it really?
right.
It would make more sense if Forks was in Alabama.
Ow!
Then we could get away with it a little bit
Yeah,
easier.
you're right.
Ugh.
You're right. Last little familial thing here that just I loved it because it's hilarious was the fact that and I didn't catch it the first time, but Carlisle, the dad, he turned Edward first. So this man has known his son longer than he knows his wife, which I which I think
That's
is
so weird.
hilarious because his day one is his son, and then later he had a wife, and I love the idea that like Edward could play like the I've known him longer than you. You ain't you don't know him the way I know him. That's my dad you're talking about, but also my brother.
It's so weird. It's all of their familial dynamics are so strange.
It is, isn't it?
I hate it a lot. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to go. I feel like I'm just being like the reality of the situation is finally settled in. It only took like almost 20 years later for me to realize just how batshit crazy this whole thing is. Um,
Oh,
and
you mean the reveal of which they don't even reveal in this one.
yeah,
But knowing what happens later, it's hilarious when we first see like Alice and she speaks to us. She walks in on a tree. And the only thing I could think was she walks in and she says, I'm in a tree. And then Jasper walks in behind her and says, and I'm a racist. Because this man, I'm sorry, is a conservative soldier. And by that I mean Confederate soldier. And man, how in the world was Stephanie Meyer? Yeah, this is a good idea.
I have no idea. I just like,
She made so many questionable choices in the in this franchise.
oh,
And a
it's
lot of
so,
them
so
are
bad.
on display in the first.
Oh, and it's like, it's not even logical where it feels like, and I think it is because she just started making everything up as she went along.
Oh yeah.
So there was just like no end game or cohesion. And we just kind of ended up like retconning in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Something that we would kind of had like a point of contention on when watching it back this time. And you were asking me, and I was just kind of going based off of my vibes because I don't remember. I
125, baby.
it's vibes only, and they're all bad. Um, the the point of contention for me was I was pretty sure that Jacob doesn't actually believe the werewolf like vampire story that he was like told about. I think
Mm-hmm.
he just thought it was like he genuinely just believed it was like, a story to like scare
For
the
sure.
people on the res
For sure.
from like hanging out near the Cullens or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you were very much like, no, he's lying to Bella.
Oh, he knows. 100.
I don't
110.
know about that.
Everything he says and everything he does, and the way, and maybe it's just the choice in the movie and the way
Hmm.
Taylor acted it, but the way he acts is knowingly like, oh yeah, this is, I guess we used to be werewolves and all that. It's kind of weird, huh? And then he like shifts his eyes left to right, like, is anyone listening? Because he's openly antagonistic to like Edward and all of them.
Yeah.
So he knows something's up. He knows that they're not human. He knows that they're vampires. He knows because Billy Black knows,
Yeah,
and
but here's the
he told his ass.
but nobody is like I'm pretty sure at this point nobody in the tribe is actually a werewolf yet.
You think no one? So what? No, because in the second movie, there's like a whole history, and they know that the shirtless guy and all the shirtless boys are werewolves, and they've been werewolves, and he's been doing this weird stuff. They know.
I guess. I
They're
don't know.
100% they're werewolves, and they know. And Jacob knows he's a werewolf. He's just like knows that like, oh, it's not gonna happen yet. It only happens when I don't know, get angsty and cut my hair off. Then I'm a werewolf. I had to take my shirt off to become a werewolf, and I've never taken my shirt off before.
He showers with his shirt on.
Uh-huh. He's a never nude, or at least a never shirtless.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
He's
just
Pooh Bear.
and my main point of contention, other than that, was. And I don't know if you ever actually looked it up or, had Bud do some research on it.
Yeah.
Because you made the claim that the werewolves only exist and only turn when vampires are around. And
Yeah,
taking that and
or
taking
threatened.
and all the ridiculous things that Stephanie did in this franchise, taking that, I was just, that's the dumbest idea ever.
Hmm.
What do you mean? So werewolves don't exist if vampires don't exist?
I
That
don't
doesn't make
know.
any sense to me.
I don't think there's any real logic behind it. I really don't think there is. I think she was
Because
like,
they
what's a
because they
convenient?
were werewolves before, and then these vampires showed up, and then they were like, we got to deal with this
Hmm.
because they
I
know.
don't know. They know.
Let me
They
raise you
know.
this. Let me raise you this.
Yeah.
Billy Black should have been a werewolf.
The
Billy
visual of
Black
a werewolf
in a
in a
wheelchair,
wheelchair.
super sick, it could go one of two ways. You could have the werewolf actually need the wheelchair, which I kind of love, to where he's a wolf, but he's kind of like Joe from Family Guy,
Yeah.
where he's super buff top,
Just dead
and
legs
then like
behind.
small legs in the wheelchair, just but he's flying, you
I
know?
don't think he would I don't think he would be part of the pack. I think he'd probably just stay
He'd be
behind.
he'd be like the wise werewolf who has a staff and he like
That's
stays on
fun.
top. That'd be dope. Also, you could have the werewolf, I think it'd be sick, where he's a werewolf, he's buff, so he's just kind of like all four, I was gonna say four paws. What's
Hmm.
the forward paws? Not hind legs, but
Front legs.
damn. So where when he transforms, obviously he's still like paralyzed from the waist down, but he's just jacked. So he like through
Mhm.
like just muscle and willpower is able to run around and still be like, oh yeah, I'm still, I'm the elder, I'm Billy Black,
You
baby.
know, I
He's
think that was
handling
probably the
biz.
one good choice Stephanie made was not doing that.
Nah, really. Billy Black's cool. Billy
I
Black knows too
really like him.
much for him to just be like,
I do not
because
like that he
especially
has his
later he
teenage
just
son tell Bella to break up with his boyfriend.
yeah, that's
That
wild
seems
metal.
fucking
That's
crazy.
wild meddlesome, man. You turned it into a Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, even he only pays his son
I just
$20.
I just want him to like Billy Black deserves more. He deserves more screen
I want
time.
the Billy Black spin-off series
Yeah,
where
they
it's
did
just him being suspicious of the
they did
Cullens.
Midnight Sun, Edward's perspective. Give me the Billy Black perspective.
Honestly, it would be very sweet.
Where it's just him watching Edward being like, hmm,
I
I
want
don't
him and
know.
Charlie to have their own book where it's just the dad
Just buds.
perspectives
Yeah.
and they're just watching baseball. The
Hmm.
Mariners are playing and they are drinking some rainier beers.
Uh-huh. They should
Oh
have had
my
more
gosh.
werewolves.
That's the hard thing. You don't get like anything in the first
Well, you
movie.
don't get any werewolf. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Which is wild.
We do get it in New Moon and then a lot in Eclipse.
Yeah. But I don't know. And they should have made the werewolves stronger. Even though they were strong,
Yeah,
don't
they
get
are
me
very
wrong,
strong.
they're very strong. I feel like they should have been stronger. They should have been like, oh shit,
I mean, they are
the werewolves are
huge,
gonna
which is pretty
kill us
cool.
all. You
Yeah.
know?
But
They
hey,
are.
they're a
They're
smaller
big wolves.
community.
Do you like that they're just wolves, or would you have liked to see like lycanthrope, like they're humans walking
I
around like
kind of like
ah?
I kind of like that they're just wolves because
Okay.
it kind of presents like plausible deniability to
Yeah,
anybody who may
I
encounter
guess.
them
I guess.
because
Because
we're
the
in Bigfoot
vampires.
country, okay?
Uh,
People are going to believe like a
damn.
bear-sized
Do you think
wolf
other cryptids
exists.
exist? Did we talk about this? That other
I
cryptids
think we
exist?
did bring it
Is
up
the
at one point.
skunk ape real in the Twilight universe?
God, I hope not.
Do we got the walking pants just hanging out?
The walking
Mothman?
pants. Oh my
If Bella would have
God.
seen Mothman first, Edward,
Peeked
no
up.
chance.
Oh, agreed. Better watch your back, Edward. Mothman's coming for your
Oh,
lady.
agreed. That man can fly.
Yep. Wow. And speaking of monsters,
Yeah.
men are disgusting and I hate them. But specifically the men in Port Angeles who
Uh-huh.
like gang up on Bella, that is honestly like the scariest part of the book.
Well, yeah, real life is always scarier than fiction, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's a piece of reality going into this book.
It was so scary though in the book because um it's it's really too realistic. It was very uncomfortable and it's just more of a um reinforcement of how scary it can be to be a woman alone, which is
Hmm.
why most women don't be traveling alone, especially
Yeah.
at night. Because the way she is hunted in this
Yeah.
scenario. They don't show it super well in the movie, but it
Uh-huh.
goes on for a while. Like she initially encounters like two of them,
Uh-huh.
and then she like turns back and like tries to avoid them, and then those two guys go out and find more, and then essentially like corner her.
Yeah, they're openly recruiting while this is happening.
Yeah, because they're all like drunk and actively like want to hurt her
Yeah.
or at least have their quote unquote version of fun.
One too many PBRs.
Yeah.
And also
But
being a piece of shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also very, I don't know. it's almost jarring in this
Yeah.
movie because this movie is so unserious, and
Oh
then
yeah,
it's
then we get like, oh
just
yeah,
the
gang
most
rape.
serious thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horrible. Which is like there's like two versions of that kind of same story because it happens to Bella and then in Eclipse, I want to say. Yeah, in
Oh, the
Eclipse,
conservative.
it's revealed that Rosalie was also in a scenario, but she was actually like victimized.
Yeah.
Um, so
Wow,
hey, but at least they got
parallels.
that Volvo sponsorship.
They said, man,
They
we
said
can't
this is
have,
how we got the
we
budget up.
cannot have him just run up.
Also, such an ugly car.
It's
It
got-
is not a good looking car.
Uh-huh.
It should
Uh-huh.
have been like a Corvette or something. But no, they went with a
Oh,
stupid
damn.
looking mom Volvo.
Mm-hmm.
Like this thing is
Should have
not
had the
threatening at
Stang or
all.
something.
I know. It should have had Bumblebee. Just, Bumblebee
Whoa,
just
Bumblebee's
kills
in this,
them.
dude? What the hell?
Oh my God, what a
I
crossover.
didn't see this coming. This is fire.
Twilight X Transformers.
Dang.
Also,
Let me say this.
go ahead.
In finding things that are good, I
Mhm.
thought that on this watch through, the whole like montage, while silly, because she goes book
Oh
one
God.
sentence to Google to back to book. I don't know. It was what she like traveled to a different city
She went to
to
Port
get
Angeles.
a
Mhm.
book to read one page to just use Google again,
Yep.
which didn't, whatever. But I felt like the montage of her figuring out the vampires was pretty solid.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like the music they were playing, it's kind of like edgy and just
Hmm.
she's
It's like,
really doing
oh,
some
I'm
work.
putting it together.
And then it felt like an early YouTube vid
Yeah,
of like an
100%.
early YouTube where someone's like, "Hey, here's my
This is
presentation
my
on
edit.
vampires. I did, yeah." And then we have the fun moment of like Panic at the Disco, Edward, where he's like biting. Was
Where
that
he's
Bella?
kissing on Bella's neck,
Yeah.
and
Where
her neck is just like
she's like,
forever
"Oh my
long.
God, it's Brandon Urie."
I'm getting dick down and sucked on.
It's Edward from I Write Sins Not Tragedies. Because he's got the
He
hat
looked
and everything. And he looked
good.
good. And he had like the guy liner and all that stuff. He was gothed out. But
I
it
love
was
it.
it was good. I thought it was solid. And it did like a good job of kind of giving you a little like history of vampires, which is
How like every
fun.
culture has like their own little
Yeah.
version of that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that. I like that they're it's kind of fun how that always happens in like modern vampire stories is like finding out like, hey, this is actually real and the
Yeah, yeah.
stories have, you know, actual truth to them.
It's real,
Um,
bro.
and then they immediately take all of that seriousness and murder it in a fucking forest scene where they're spinning the camera around and
Uh-huh.
they say like the worst lines ever.
It's weird.
It's so uncomfortable and so awkward. And I know it's supposed to be like a disorienting experience, but it's
Yeah.
just silly. It
Homeboy was
just comes out being
jumping,
silly.
spinning
Oh,
in trees.
he's chucking trunks.
If yelling at a woman is not Riz, I don't know what is.
He is king of negging. He is king of gaslighting. He is king of
This king
like
of the red
bipolar.
flags.
I don't know. Oh my God.
Edward is Captain Red Flag, and she
Mhm.
just loves him. She's looking for red flags. And she says, I want a man
That
to
is so
control
mean to
me.
me. And not only
Yeah.
control me, but also like tell me what to do and also like be hyper aware of where I am at all
Right.
times. She basically just wants a dad.
Yeah. Because
He
her
has
dad wasn't there.
huge daddy issues.
Uh-huh.
And so does Stephanie for writing this
Harley.
fucking character.
Right.
It's
I
bad.
don't know.
It's
It's wild.
extremely unhealthy.
It's weird because it's just you watch this and yeah, it really makes you wonder what positives are seen about Edward and what he does.
Yeah.
The only thing he does that's positive super early on is save her.
Yeah.
But
And he
other
only does
than
that
that,
out of obligation. Did you know that?
No, what does that mean?
He doesn't feel like he needs to save Bella to like save her life
Uh
necessarily. That's kind of a positive
huh. That's a
uh
byproduct.
yeah, byproduct. He saves her because he knows if her blood is spilt, he will be unstoppable. He will be a shark.
He'll run in with the straw.
Yeah, he will carry off her corpse and suck it dry like a fucking
That's
grape
so wild.
becoming a
And
raisin.
everyone else will be like, "Huh, that's weird." Those Cullens,
They're so
weirdos,
fun though.
so
They're really
quirky,
pretty.
quirky. You see those eggs?
A bag of eggs
He didn't eat
that
one
never
of them.
get eaten. No, it's a dozen
How
eggs in a
how old are
bag.
those eggs? I see green stink lines coming off
Oh
of them.
my God. Does he not smell that?
That's weird. So he only does it because see, and again, that doesn't make sense to me.
What do
She's
you
that.
mean?
It's just dumb. I know it's like a middle-aged woman doing a teen fantasy of like every teen wants to be undesirable
Wanted,
or like un uh
irresistible.
irresistible
There you go.
to someone because that's all this is.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
just like Bella's just like
It's that fantasy of being wanted.
she's how old is she in this?
Uh,
17?
16, 17.
Something
Yeah.
like that. She's 16, 17, whatever, for the first time. And this is legitimately like the end of her life. You know, she needs to make all her life decisions right now. And everything matters. And like the one guy that's interested in her, she's gonna marry him. And this is the rest of her life. Like, it's just totally just a teen's view of the world of like I can't see past next week,
Oh,
and
100%.
this is the only thing that matters to me. And it's
It's
just
insane.
ridiculous because as an adult, you see that you're just like, no, high school isn't everything. When you're a teenager, you shouldn't make the rest of your life decisions,
No.
and you should gain more experience. You know, had
Hmm.
Bella obviously this, and you can make an argument, whatever. 50 Shades, it's the whole fucking fan. What is it? It's
Fanfic.
yeah, of Twilight,
Yes.
right? Which has its own problems, obviously. But what
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
God.
say is like, if Bella was like an adult, you would have to write this completely differently
Oh,
because she would be an
yeah.
adult with life experience and
You'd
be
be like,
like,
what the fuck do you mean you've been stalking me and
yeah,
standing in my bedroom every single night for a month straight?
yeah.
You fucking freak.
She would be like, "No, I've met guys like this who treated me like shit, and I'm not gonna stand for this."
Hmm.
It's just wild because it only works as like a teenager because teenagers make
They make
really
good
dumb
protagonists
decisions.
because they are so naive.
Right. But man, I mean, like we said in the first episode, because Edward is just, you know, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
He'd be
Is
looking cunty though.
is doing I mean, it was cool, Edward.
He's a cool Edward with those sunglasses.
Damn, it's like Stefan
Woo!
or Cal.
I love it. Also, it's like one of the only times in the entire movie he smiles.
I
I'm like, look at
know,
how charming he
and he
is.
was vibing. He went to
I
Charlie and it was like, hey, he tried to dap him up essentially.
know.
Hey, what up, man? Cool Edward here. We're just
Cool
hanging
Edward.
out, playing a little ball, you know.
Wow.
It's just funny because he's in that moment he's like charming,
I
and he's
know. I'm
like,
like, oh
this
my
is
God, look at
funny.
him. He's like likable.
Yeah,
And
but they should have played him like that though. He should have been like, funny enough, he should have been like the Bruce Wayne
yeah,
playboy type of like he's so cool because he's like no girl is up to his standards type
100%.
thing.
Well,
So
that's why
we're
Jessica's so pissed. Because
yeah.
she's been wanting to bang that dude for a
Right,
year.
but then you like don't even see it because essentially what we see of Edward is that he hangs out, talks to no one, is a fucking loner in high school.
Yeah,
Like
he's essentially the next
that's the
school
guy you're
shooter.
afraid. Yeah, this is the guy you're
Yeah,
afraid is gonna do something. He's gonna do a violent
ridiculous.
act. But
He'd
they're
be
playing
wearing
it
a
as
lot of
like
long coats, and it makes me uncomfortable in the modern era.
it doesn't make sense.
No.
It doesn't make sense because it's just the antithesis of what IRL like being a popular person is.
Oh, 100%. Because like being popular is all about like being liked by a lot of
Yeah,
people and also like having a lot of like public sway.
yeah,
He's the opposite of that because he is a lone wolf,
right.
but not a wolf. And
Mm.
I guess like mystery can only take you so far before it makes you
Oh,
an asshole.
God, yeah.
And he is an
And
asshole the
especially
most of
when
this movie.
anyone talks to you, all you do is antagonistic and asshole things because he is not charming.
No.
Everything he does until he's cool Edward, until he goes in the machine and becomes Stefan, is be a dick.
Yeah.
And then he gaslights Bella
Mm-hmm.
so hard
Mm-hmm.
in everything.
Oh, yeah.
And how is this desirable in any way?
I don't
Girl, you
know.
went to the hospital. You came out. I was saying, and this is the
He is
most
so
wow.
fucking
I'm
riled up
fired
right
up.
now.
The
Jesus
ending of this
Christ.
movie,
Yeah.
that ending hospital scene, because there's a whole thing, where, God, they're doing
Before
baseball.
prom. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're doing baseball, right?
They're doing the
Because,
baseball.
and here's the thing, most of this movie, most of the runtime, 90% of it is just vibes. We're hanging, their vibes are atrocious. We get cool Edward for the back 5%, but
It's
before
not even
that,
that. It's
he's
less than that.
gaslight King Edward being a dick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they go play baseball for some reason. The scene is ridiculous, but it's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to say about that real quick?
Are you going to talk about James's midriff? Because Jesus.
Well, I was gonna say, then all of a sudden these other dudes show up, and it's like not even like, and we've seen two clips. There's like two people who have been murdered.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on. Obviously, we know it's like vampires are running around doing whatever. I would argue, obviously, whatever the director, but they should have made those more horrific and more like horror scene-ish.
Oh, 100%.
Anyways, all of a sudden they show up. Homeboy's like, "I'm gonna eat your girlfriend." Edward's like, "Nah." And then like the last 10% of this is just like, bam! All of a sudden Bella's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And like now we finally get
A plot?
a plot in the back 10% of this film.
100%.
Wild, insane. But what my argument is obviously they save Bella, whatever. We see the dedication. All of a sudden they've known each other 14 days. But
Essentially, it feels like
Edward's
that, yeah.
I'll do whatever to keep you safe. You know
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Uh-huh.
But man, imagine you listen.
I've been listening.
Charlie Swan is a police officer.
Oh my
He's a
God.
man of the law. He has to, the whole trope of like inquisitive. He's been on the case. He's been doing all this, right?
Yeah, he's been an active part of like finding all these missing people.
The last thing that happens that Charlie sees is his happy daughter and her cool boyfriend go play baseball. When they come back, they're in an argument where
Mhm.
Bella is essentially acting like he did something that's unforgivable. Never
Yeah.
wants to see him again. Goes upstairs, you see him poking out of the corner of the room. He's in her room. Obviously, he doesn't see that, but we see that.
We see that. We see that.
Then she's
Oh.
like, I need to get out of here. I'm dipping. Hate you, Dad. Bye. Then the
So
next thing
fucking mean.
the next thing he knows of her is that Edward, the guy that she just said, stay away from me, I never want to see you again, shows up with her, and she's bloody and bruised and had apparently fallen down some stairs. The
Yeah.
most cliched, I'm abusing this person line ever, right? Because it's always like, oh, how'd you get that black eye? I fell down some stairs. AKA, my
People don't fall
husband's beating
downstairs
me.
face first, typically.
Yeah, through a plane of glass or something. It's ridiculous. It's like, how would you not immediately be like, my daughter's boyfriend is abusing
beating her.
Yeah.
And he's a cop. He's got firsthand knowledge.
Right?
That's probably why Renee dipped.
And Edward's affluent. He's
Oh,
white.
yeah.
He's
He
got
has
all the
of
power.
the power.
This is textbook guy who can get away with abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Charlie.
Nah.
Come on, I'll put the badge to use, man.
Nope.
God.
Nope. Sheriff Charlie Swan is not on the case. And it's the one case he should be on.
It is. What else?
And
is
then
he
his
doing?
daughter, and then you remember in Breaking Dawn, his daughter goes essentially missing
Right?
for a month.
After her cool boyfriend goes missing for 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're just gonna act like them getting married after knowing each other for a total of maybe 8 months of
Yeah.
like being one-on-one with each other.
Right?
What the fuck?
And every time she goes with Edward, it's like something bad is happening.
Something really bad happens every time they're
Come
together.
on, dude. Wild.
Oh my God. And then she runs away to fucking Italy. Oh, this is just bad, 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 bad. Everything they do is a bad choice.
Just a wild start to a wild franchise.
It's insane. And then I always have to bring it up because it's so fucking weird.
Mhm.
When not only is it a stupid argument, like the full I hate him so much. So Edward, what the fuck? He has like this obsession with Bella's soul, which is like the
Oh,
reason he
yeah.
doesn't want to turn her. And it's always just like, oh, but I love you and I want you to go to heaven one day and I don't want you to be damned to hell like me. Bitch, you'd already damned her to hell when you brought her into your life.
Honestly.
This is hell.
The whole
Like,
time he's like, I can't do this. Then do what you say, dog.
yeah,
And leave her alone. Because guess what,
exactly.
man? After day one, if you had dipped, she would have been like, huh, I wonder where that hot guy went. Oh well, I guess I'll go get with this chameleon. And then it would have been fine.
Or Jacob. Either one.
Or Jacobo.
Um, yeah. It's so
Yeah, and she would
insane
have had
though.
a good
Well,
life
and
with
she goes
Jacob.
through she would have. She really would have.
I've seen the clip.
Yeah, you have.
They had a great time.
They did. It's so sad though, because literally everything Edward does until he changes her
Hmm.
hurts her.
Yeah,
Physically.
yeah.
He goes through exponentially way more pain because he's being selfish and
Uh-huh.
not actually listening to what a woman wants.
Uh-huh.
Her body, her choice, not in Edward's world. It's so fucked. Everything
Hey,
about this series gets progressively more twisted, and it's a wild place to start.
it
Is this one
is a wild place to start and a wild ride until the end.
until the very end?
And it's crazy to think because we sort of got into the logistics a little bit. And you've
Mm-hmm.
got a quote here I want you to read in a second. But what I'll say is this. We looked up like the budget and it was like 37 mil. And
Mm-hmm.
they made like 300 mil on the ROI
Mm-hmm.
on the box office. And it's just wild to see the state where we're in, where a franchise like Twilight that is huge.
Yeah,
It's gigantic, it's iconic,
it's one of the biggest.
it's got a cult following and as well as like a popular following. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just popular and it's, it's iconic.
It's a meme now.
But it's wild to think that like if this had come out and if it had made those numbers, there would never have been like a franchise.
Mm-mm.
Because then, and I'm gonna do it, but
Oh,
back in
do
the
it to him.
day, back in 2008, we were allowed to like have risky movies come
Yeah, we
out.
could have mid movies, and
We
it was
were
fine.
allowed, and we need those back.
Mm-hmm.
So many people said, I can't remember who it was, but like at the Oscars or something last year was advocating for like we need mid-budget, small budget movies to come back. Everyone complains we need unique stories, we need new things. That's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Because think of so many, especially like us, millennials or older, I can't think of Gen X and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many movies, like I remember going to like Blockbuster or whatever and seeing so many just random movies that were
Mm-hmm.
just like weird little films about like a guy hanging out in his hometown or like a
Mm-hmm.
guy doing some wacky thing or this that would never get made today.
No.
And Twilight, I think, would be there. Studios nowadays, if it doesn't make $1 billion, they're just whatever, cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight didn't make $1 billion on its first.
Mm-mm.
Not even close.
Mm-mm.
Especially for like nowadays when they're all and everyone still equates to like Harry Potter, where
Yeah,
everyone's like trying to find the next Harry Potter. If the first movie in a franchise doesn't make bank,
they don't
they're
do it.
just whatever. I guess we're not doing what was it?
Oh, I always think of I mean it was before Twilight, I think, but Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they were doing decent. Like those
yeah.
movies were pretty good, but they
Uh-huh.
couldn't keep making money, so they just stopped.
Yeah. Oh God. But anyways,
Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about like more of the budgeting because it's been said by a lot of people that the first Twilight film, the tone of it is so much different than the entire rest of the franchise.
It's blue.
It has a blue filter, and that is a huge factor. However, Catherine Hardwicke, the director of the first Twilight film, said, nobody knew that it was going to be what it was. I didn't have committees giving me notes. I wasn't watched by big time producers. I didn't have the pressure of hitting blockbuster marks. We didn't even have test screenings. So it was really like making an indie film. And after the first movie, more people got involved, and the other films were managed to a greater extent. Which makes sense because, of course, people are going to jump on the bandwagon if that wagon is making money. So,
You're telling me there's more books?
so many more.
We got to get Jacob out of here. Which is crazy because they definitely played it and, like, you know, the things that the cast members have said, but especially like Jacob, you know, he was cast in the first one, and then as soon as people, you know, money got his hands on it, they were going to be like, get him out of here because we need
need a
someone who
big
can
name.
actually be in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to get swole and get jacked and prove that, like,
Which
hey,
luckily he could, and he was fine
Yeah,
with
sure,
because
sure,
he's athletic. But like,
yeah, but it's just like it definitely attests to the whole, like, this was for all intents and purposes like a little indie experimental,
Mhm.
like, let's try this book.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do
See,
with it.
see if it works. Luckily, there's more.
And then it became a worldwide phenomenon.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like it's one of those kind of rare cases in at least American media where the male actors were the ones that were victim of over sexualization.
Oh God, yeah.
And I feel really bad,
It
especially
goes
like
back to it.
it feels really gross and sad because these guys were young,
Uh-huh.
especially Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, he was like legitimately like a teenager.
Yeah, and he for the rest of his life and still to this day probably has body image issues.
Oh yeah, and I think he's talked about it because, and especially, you know, because everyone knows, and if you don't know, you need to open your eyes. But the whole double standard thing and all
Mm-hmm.
that, it's crazy because what I said earlier in the episode was not a joke. Like, I legitimately remember seeing articles and hearing people talk about how, like, middle-aged women were horny for these
Yeah.
dudes, for Robert and Taylor.
For these men that were half their age.
Uh-huh. And it's just weird because, you know, people do weird things in movies. And
Mm-hmm.
anecdotally, you know, with like a few articles and things that I saw on the internet, people were talking about and claiming that, like, these women were doing very sexual things in the theater while watching Twilight. And it's just what everyone says. Imagine if it were dudes doing it when they were like watching Bella on it. Like, it would not be
Yeah,
acceptable at all.
if this movie was gender swapped and that was coming
Yeah.
out, that like there would be riots in the street, but
Yeah,
because women are doing
it's
it,
crazy.
it's fine.
And then, you know, for like, and obviously everyone has their things. Did this launch all their careers? Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
Robert famously hates this
Mm-hmm.
and was not a fan of it. I don't know what Kristen has said about it, but it seems like she's want to distance herself from it because she never really talks about it.
Yeah.
Obviously a few more, like, I'll call like the secondary characters, they're
The
hype
B plot
about it,
people.
which is
Mm-hmm.
fun. You know, it's
Yeah,
nice
they
that they
still go
have.
to like Comic-Con and
Yeah,
take photos with
but I
fans and
think
stuff.
unfortunately, I think Taylor got the worst of it
Yeah.
because he had the little time where he gained some weight and he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the jacked werewolf, and it messed with him. Obviously, you know, you
Yeah.
see him talk about it where he had body image issues, and, you know, he kind of now it seems fine, and, you know, he still kind of plays
Yeah.
into it, all
Well, and
that
he's also
stuff.
like, he's happily married now, and
Yeah, yeah,
all of these people are grown adults and they've worked through their
it's
shit for the
wild.
most part. So it's just like, it's so sad
Yeah,
to see these people be objectified. And I
yeah.
was part of that. 100%. I
You
had
was in there.
Edward and uh Jacob posters.
You had those abs up or what?
I did. And I looked at them every night.
Well, yeah, it's just crazy
But
to
I was the
see.
target audience.
At least you were a kid.
Those boys were for me.
Yeah.
Not for 50-year-old women who are married and have 5 kids.
Yeah, man.
It's gross.
Well, yeah, it's just weird to see. This is a rare case, and maybe one of the last cases where the first movie in the franchise is so, like, low budgeted and, like, almost tonally different and has like a
Mm-hmm.
unique style to where it's crazy to see that it launched the giant franchise that it
Yeah.
is. And for better or for worse, mixed reviews or not, it was super successful.
Hmm.
It's iconic. They're talking about doing remakes like an animated one and
Which
this
I
and
am
that.
all for. This story should be
Some
animated.
things lend themselves to animation, but it's what a crazy ride. The Twilight
It's so
has been,
gross.
it's something.
Hmm.
But who
Oh.
knows? I was just gonna say, and what a crazy ride it's been for us.
Hmm. Four
Episode
years later.
100, Twilight yet again.
Or 5 years. Sorry.
I guess, huh? Damn, 2025.
Mm.
What a time.
I feel so weird.
What a time.
Feel
And
like I need a
hey,
shower.
sometimes things work out because Twilight recently back in theaters.
Yeah. So you try hard, so I hope you're enjoying your weekend.
Well, shall we DTR?
I think we should.
Say walk all over, yeah, it's a bittersweet. I'll wrap you in my arms, and let me sign. Let me sign.
Twilight 100. 99 episodes in between, going back to it. A movie that I've seen a lot, more recently in my life. Didn't see it as a kid, but have watched it pretty much yearly since we've been together, you know?
Hmm.
It's a fun time. As we've said, it's unique. It's firmly B movie for me. Am I
Hmm.
show dependent on it? I don't think I am still.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of like it's fun to watch, but I didn't have the past history with it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's fun. And I'll tell people it's fun, and I'll tell people, you should watch it if you want to enjoy something just dumb and be like, wow, this is popular, and this is, what does it say? Am I show dependent? No, but it's like, it's just a solid little friendship
Hmm.
hanging.
Hang.
Every now and then some hangs, get to see and be like, man, you wild.
You're
It's
crazy, guy.
It's good stuff. It's crazy to see where it started, what it's become. I'm interested in the animated stuff. I'm interested in a few things. I would be very interested, although I doubt it would ever happen, to do like because you said they're coming up on 20 years, 2028. So maybe, here's hoping we get there and all that stuff. And maybe we could see some sort of reunion. I would really love to see how like Kristen and Robert
Hmm.
feel about this because this was huge. It launched
And
their careers.
it's also extremely complicated for them.
Oh yeah, and they were in a relationship then. It's just
Hmm.
everyone's matured and done so much beyond this. But man, a 20-year retrospective would be wild.
20 years of Twilight and a nice fat paycheck for them, I hope.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. But who knows? For me, it's a good friendship, and here's to 100 more, huh?
my God, yeah. Amen. Oh my God. My relationship with Twilight, it's so complicated.
On the rocks?
I think so.
7-year itch?
It's it's been like 20 years. I don't know. I feel so gross about it now. It's like it reminds me a lot of um and I didn't do it personally, but you know how it was very much a thing for kids to get just like shit faced off of Four Locos?
Oh,
The idea, it's like that now. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. And then
yeah.
you actually think about the consequences and like what it's actually doing to your body.
Oh,
And you're
sure.
like, oh, that was a horrible mistake.
Low four loco challenge.
Yeah, really, really bad. Um, this shit fucked my brain up bad. And
Yeah, it's a very unhealthy relationship
yeah.
to show
Hmm.
impressionable teen minds.
I should not have been allowed to read it. But honestly, that probably just made me want to read it more if they would have been like, you're not allowed. And I'd be like, fuck you, Dad. And then I
Ooh.
just jorking it to
Oh
the
God.
books. And no, it was just we're on the rocks, people.
Damn.
I if they remake the animated series, I would be completely content with them changing some of the content.
Right some wrongs.
Right some wrongs, make things more violent. Kind of
Oh.
gear it towards a more mature audience because at the end of the day, this story is mature.
Yeah,
And if we age up the characters, it's so much more approachable.
sure.
Because a lot of the problematic content in this derives from the kind of power inequalities and the youth of our protagonist.
Yeah.
So we can find a happy medium and we can make some compromises
Make her
and
like
make
a
this,
college student,
yeah, 100%.
fresh out of like she's had some relationships. She
Yeah.
knows, you know.
She knows her worth.
Yeah.
That was a snap in case you didn't hear it. I snapped my fingers.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, good. But it's hard because I look back at Bella and how much I wanted to be her. And then now, as a person who's medicated and and has some life under her belt, yikes, just really, really scary stuff.
Big
And
ears.
and I am grateful to Twilight, but I'm also ready to kind of distance myself. It'll always be a part of me and like my journey of like finding not who I am necessarily, but like finding out what my boundaries are.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for it for that reason, but I don't know if I can say I'm show dependent on it anymore.
Oh, no way.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Problematic fave?
Problematic fave now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry,
What
Twilight.
happened?
Got downgraded.
Damn.
My brain fully developed since the last time I talked about
That's
this.
the things that happen.
They do be happening like that.
Hoa, 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 hoa. The soundtrack's
It's always
so
Twilight
bad.
season though in my playlist. So
There you go. There you go.
yeah, that's fine.
Dang,
I
big
can ride or
tings.
die the music, but the plot, yikes.
Big things
Yikes.
happening, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Man, insane. Big yikes, big wow.
Mm-hmm. I know you didn't see it coming.
Oh man. But hey, it is time for I mean, we didn't start it in the first, but I'm gonna say the 100th. That was that.
Mm-hmm. And this is this.
Man, huge 100 thanks
100
and
thank
more
yous.
to y'all for listening,
No,
especially.
they only get 100, honey. Don't get crazy.
Okay, you're right.
We
But
only have
especially,
so many thank yous to give out.
well, I have infinite thank yous to give out to our friends, especially those friends who have been with us since day one. You
Aww.
know, again, struggling to minor success, but any success is success, right? Any level
I feel
of
like
it
you
is
said
nice.
nothing just then, but yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm gonna stick with it
That's fair.
because I'm just vibes. I don't know. We've said it pretty much yearly, you know, the Christmas episodes, end of the year episodes, and all that. But this is definitely something that I have a passion for. It's fun to do this. I love doing it. Due to recent things that have happened in my life, it's sort of like reinvigorated my love for this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously things with the world are not great, and that sort of
Correct.
makes me want to just continue doing things that I love and continue trying no matter what. Um, Recently losing one of my best friends,
Mm-hmm.
my best friend from my life. I've known him since I was 12 years old, which is crazy because I was just a child. Um, you know, it puts a lot of things into perspective. And one thing it's put into perspective is I don't want to have regrets
Mm-hmm.
and what ifs and things that I wanted to do or say that I didn't get the chance to.
Mm-hmm.
And it also just made me really sad that I didn't have or don't have like a recording of his voice or
Mm-hmm.
anything to hear, you know, that voice that I heard for so long. So, in a way, this is just a way for us to have fun, share some ideas, share some feelings, and all that. And things that are important to us, but also just, spend time with each other,
Mm-hmm.
spend time with some friends who we have on as guests, and just, in a way, preserve our voice, preserve
Mm-hmm.
who we are, preserve just good times. I'll say this, I do love in our episodes, especially with our friends, where we're just laughing
Mm-hmm.
and having a good time because I think about that as like I could go back and I can hear my friends laugh
Mm-hmm.
and I can hear you laugh and I can hear some great times that we have. So you knew it was coming. 100 episodes,
A
a
hundred
lot of a
tears.
lot of tears. That's who I am, but yeah, it's invigorating. I love doing it. It's fun. And like I said earlier, here's to 100 more. I hope for 100
Mm-hmm.
more and any level of success that we get is sort of like the byproduct of
Mm-hmm.
just being able to share things that I love with the people that I love. And if anything, have these recordings for myself and for us and
Mm-hmm.
be able to maybe in 100 episodes look back and be like, oh, look at this fun time that I had with people that I love.
Mm-hmm. Good job, honey. You did it.
So, oh man, I mean, do you have anything?
Thanks for listening. And shout out to France.
Oh yeah,
Oui,
big shouts
oui.
out. Uh-huh.
Oui, oui. Bonjour.
There you go.
And yeah, I don't know. It's really cool that we've been doing this for as long as we have. I didn't realize 4 or 5 years has passed
Yeah.
already. It
Well, a
feels
lot
like
has
a
changed.
blink. A lot has changed in our personal lives. We're in a much different circumstance
Yeah.
recording this episode than we were recording our first. And let's say some prayers and put some good things out in the universe that we're um, in even better and even more prosperous situation 100 more episodes from now.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do that with your guys' support. So yeah, just share us and feel free to follow us on social media.
Yeah.
We don't really have too much, but these days,
The
um,
socials are things are
they're under
getting
fire.
weird.
Things are weird, but you can find us. And if all else fails, we have an email, so you
It's
could email
true.
us if
We
you
do
really
have an
want.
email.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
have little pen pals across the pond.
that'd be fun, huh?
Hmm.
Well, yes, please. The biggest help is just spreading the word. Leave a rating review.
Tell your own coven
Yeah.
and or your
Y-
own little wolf pack.
Your own little gang of weirdos
Ugh.
that
Hopefully, you're not all related, but if you
right.
are, please don't make it weird.
Yeah. You can find Show-Dependent, Apple Pods, Spotify, wherever you listen to pods, like Gorgeous said, we will be there. Follow us on Blue Sky on Instagram at Show-Dependent Pod. That is at SHO Dependent Pod. If you want to follow myself, it's at Victor B. Sweet on Twitch, on Blue Sky. And Gorgeous, where can you be found?
You can find me on Blue Sky at DJ Vivitch, but I'm also on Xiaohongshu. If you wanna
Little
see me
Red
there.
Book.
Little Red Book, I'm there. Also under DJ Vivitch.
There you go.
And find me rethinking a lot of life choices,
There you go.
but being grateful for where I am.
Nice.
Big ups. What are we doing next time, hun?
Next time on the Show Dependent Podcast. Going into the past, deep into the past, going into the 90s, I believe, maybe early 2000s. But going back to my living room, back in my first house with my parents, where I lived in my youth and, where I was raised and how young Eddie started to become the Eddie you see today or here today. Man, there's a little film, very much loved by myself, my friends at the time. I feel like it's been forgotten, not talked about too much.
I've never seen it,
Uh,
barely heard of it.
Along the veins of like the scary movie, those like parody movies of a
Hmm.
certain genre and stuff. We're talking about Undercover Brother. A
Mm.
movie that I'm sure will have some things that have not aged too great.
Probably not at
But
all.
man, was it a great time. I think a lot of it will be solid, though. It's a very, very fun movie. So many things, so many great memories, as we'll get to. But man, there was watched this movie a few times in that living
Hmm.
room, and man, I had a lot of laughs. So save the date on that, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah. So the lion fell in love with the lamb. What a stupid lamb.
Oh God.
What a sick, masochistic lion.
Ew.